Take a chance, chance. Hey, welcome back to the podcast. On today's episode, it's time to take a chance. Take a chance in life. It's when you will feel the most alive. Whether on dry ground or sea, take a chance on me.
On just these guys today, you know?
We got Dr. Parker in the house.
We got Pastor Mike. We're going to regale us with Take a Chance stories.
Take a chance. Take a chance. Today, we're going to just encourage everyone to take a chance. Because that's where the best stories come from.
Yeah. By
far, the best stories come from us getting out of our safe zone.
Not comfort zone.
Not comfort zone, safe zone. So it's amazing how my take a chance experiences oftentimes have to do with nautical experiences. Today, just this last week, I had one. I have one that I've told a few times on Sunday mornings, and
we're going to record it for posterity today.
For posterity's purpose, today we're going to record Take a Chance on Driving a House.
Now you got to remember, we're timed here. So
sit back, relax, clear your schedule for 4 or 5 hours. No, this is an experience that happened 15, good grief, 15 years ago, back in 2010. And so our family oftentimes we will schedule vacations, but I have nothing to do with scheduling it. I have nothing to do with planning it. I have nothing to do with what's coming together. And that's all on the ladies. That's all on Dawn. And trust me, that's exactly the way they want it.
Right.
Our vacations would be completely just wrecked with details that are missing. Mm-hmm. We would not even really know where we were going if it was up to the guys.
You'd be driving into Washington, D.C., across the bridge in your station wagon when they told you not to.
You know, I got another story that's actually very similar to that. So anyway, we're going to Table Rock Lake, and my family, my brother's family, and my dad, we're going to go there, and we're going to rent a house, and we're going to rent a boat. And they just happen to be the same thing. It's called a houseboat. And so I'm thinking, this is an awesome idea. I love this idea. I've never really spent much time on a houseboat. I've always been envious of people who were rolling around in a houseboat. And so we get there to this 5-star rentals in Kimberling City. And we get out on the houseboat, and there's a driver there. And he takes us out into the middle of the lake, which on Table Rock Lake, there's not a real middle of the lake. Right. It's all coves, and it's all, just tiny little long stretches.
Skinny, snaky.
Yeah. So he takes us out there, and then he proceeds to start to tell us what we need to watch out for whenever we're driving, whenever we're parking, whenever we're doing this and that. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why are you saying this to us? That's what you're going to be doing. Did we not charter this? Are you not a part of this? Is this all in my head?
Yeah.
Because you know how it is. When you don't know, but you don't want to look stupid.
Right.
You just go with the proverb, better to be a fool and keep your mouth shut than to open it and prove them right.
Right.
And so I'm just standing there.
Your arms are crossed.
Yeah.
Nodding your head.
This is great information, but why do I need it? And so then he proceeds to hold the keys out like this. I'm holding my hand out for those on the podcast. And it's either myself or my dad or my brother who are going to grab these keys. And he goes, "Who's driving?" And he said, "And by the way, this is a brand new $400,000 houseboat. Wow. Be careful." Now they make you get all the insurances.
Right.
And so, but all three of us take a step back, and we did exactly that right there. We all put our hands behind our back.
Not me.
We're going, now wait a minute. I don't even know how to drive a paddle boat. I could wreck a paddle boat as quick as any other there's no way. Are you kidding me? Well, so ultimately, I ended up being the one who was chosen. I got the short straw, and I'm driving the majority of the time on this boat. So what's kind of cool about it is you can either choose to drive from the living room or you can drive from the roof. And so, I mean, it's a big boat. This is a house on the water that you are driving. And so I choose to drive mostly from the roof.
Thank you.
You can see a whole lot more there. And so up there you have a bar, you have a hot tub, you have a slide, it's a big boat. And I'm cruising this thing around. And the thing is, they don't give you an anchor. They don't allow you to anchor because you'll just jack it up.
Right.
You'll end up snapping it, and they would lose too many anchors. They don't give you.
How do you
anchor
a 80-ton boat?
Well, and how am I going to anchor a boat? I don't even know how to drive. And so what do you have to do every evening is you have to beach it. Overnight, you have to beach this thing. And so you beach it, you slam it up into the shore. By the way, it's not Table Mud Lake, it's Table Rock Lake. So there's rocks everywhere you got to watch out for. And so we end up finding a spot to beach it. When you beach it, two people then go screaming out with ropes and try to get this thing tied off before it drifts. And you're beaching it once again. And so anyway, that was a battle 2 or 3 times. Took the first time we tried to beach it, it took a while to figure that out. So anyway, to make a long story a little longer, I got really, really good at driving a houseboat in a matter of like 48 hours. And what happens when you get really, really good at something, especially when it's only in your mind, you become way overly confident. Well, so
I got this.
Yeah. Dude, I was up there just giving it some of this, just turning, just smiling, just enjoying the beautiful time on the lake.
Ray-Bans on.
2 motors. I don't even know what these things are called. And so
maybe throttles.
And I don't really know how to use them anyway. But forward, back, that's all I had. And the family wanted to go into this area called the Rocks or the Cliffs.
The Cliffs.
Yeah. And so cool. So we actually had rented a ski boat as well. And so we had the ski boat, but they also don't let the ski boat tie up to the houseboat because you'll mess both of them up. And so they get in the ski boat and they go into the cliffs, and I'm out just adrift, kind of just hanging out where, it's nice and safe and wide open water.
Wide open.
And there was a lot of boats at the cliffs. Yeah, they're all either tied up together or just anchored down. Music playing.
Swimming.
That's where the party is.
The party and jumping off the cliffs.
Well, when you're driving out in your trailer house on the water and you're out in the wide open, it gets lonely out there.
It's just you.
It was just me observing all of this joy going on inside the cliffs. But listen, I'm a pretty good houseboat driver at this point. And so I decided, I'm just going to go join the party. That's the moment.
Take a chance.
And I thought, take a chance.
Take a chance.
And so here I go.
Can I really do this?
I start heading
Probably.
Yep. I start heading into the good old cliff area where all of these boats were. And pretty soon I realized that these people.
And just for those people not from around Midwest, these boats, they're high dollar boats.
Oh, they are not.
I mean, yours is $400,000 or $500,000.
Yep.
And all those boats on the cliff, the wakeboard boats, the custom boats, they're all, $80,000, $70,000, $100,000 boats sitting there. Picture a parking lot full of BMWs and Lamborghinis. And here he is in this Winnebago.
Yeah.
Clark.
Yep. In this big old Winnebago, come driving in. So I'm going in that direction, and all of a sudden I see people that are waving at me.
Yeah.
And so I start waving back thinking, do I know these people? Well, they're not waving at me. They're trying to wave me off. They're wondering, what is this fool doing? What is this? And then pretty soon they're cussing. They're waving me off. And so there's this one particular boat that's sitting the furthest out because I had to find now, upon realizing that that whole idea of take a chance might not have been the best idea I ever had. I had to find a path to then be able to get this house in between some, these boats that are feeling like their lives are now in danger, which I had actually just put their lives in danger. And so there was this one particular boat that was sitting there, and now everybody is bailing off the other side of the boat, except for the captain. Now I'm about, I'd say probably, 30, 40 feet from this guy, and I've already begun to turn, but I started to turn about 15 minutes earlier.
Right.
It's a big boat. When you start to turn the wheel, the boat will actually now, apparently with the throttles, I could have used those to my advantage, but I didn't know how to do it. I probably could have turned this thing on a dime. But
Don't need that.
I didn't. Just take a chance.
Take a chance.
Take a chance. And so here I go, and I'm going to the right, and I'm drifting by. Now he is up at the front of his boat at the bow, and he's got a hold of his anchor, and he is just thrusting his anchor up. He's and pretty soon the back of my boat goes within inches of the front of his face, and it just drifts right by the grace of God. The boat just barely even, it couldn't have been more than 10 inches, 12 inches. Like it was so close. And he had his anchor held up like this. And as soon as it drifts by, without touching him, because I'm so good at this, he drops the anchor. And it's a tall boat.
Yeah.
He looks straight up like this. And he said, "You're the man." And I just looked down at him. I said, "Take a chance." No, I looked down at him, and the whole time I was saying, "Thank you, Lord," but you have no idea. I am not the man.
Nothing to do with this.
Nope. But to the point today, which might not be a strong point, but it's a point. The only time we have good stories like this is when we're willing to take a chance.
Yeah.
Take a chance. If you have found yourself feeling like your life is just dull and boring and stuck, maybe it's time to take a chance. I got another Nautica story that happened just this last weekend, where we were all, we went to, again, the Grand Lake. Get to go to a lot of lakes, really cool lakes. So we were at Grand Lake with some friends. He's got a nice boat. And we were at a big on the lake party where there was live music. It was honoring a guy, I can't think of his name, but and all of these
good guy.
All of these, yeah, he was really good. All of these boats were tied up. I'll send you a video.
Good.
He sent me a video. You can include it on this. All these boats are tied up in this cove, and we're tied up right in the middle of them. And we're tied up right next to a really big boat, much bigger than ours, and ours is pretty good size. And the anchors have dropped, and then we're figuring out eventually that this thing had the whole thing. I didn't realize that in a lake there were currents. There's a current flowing through this thing, which God,
it was like a bathtub.
Yeah. What's the story? There's wind and current, and we had drifted. And not only had we drifted, but we had turned. And now maybe not everybody, but a whole lot of boats' anchors and chains were twisted together. Kind of a scary situation. And so now they're all trying to get their anchors up and get them, pulled apart. And this big old boat next to us, he's got his chain and his anchor knotted up, but pulled super tight. And I, in my nautical experience, was in the worst spot that I could possibly be.
Gilligan.
Yep, that's me, Gilligan, where I am up on the bow at the very front of the boat.
I'll get it, skipper.
I got it. I'll just push this 50,000-pound boat out of the way. And so I'm in between the railing up front. I'll send you a picture too, because I got
another name for the railing is Lifeline.
That's what they call it?
Yeah, and you're to stay on this side of the lifeline.
Okay, well, I was in between the tip of the lifeline. And so what happened was the big boat actually ended up twisting, and it turned and it pushed the lifeline. That's a real irony right there. And it twists this thing where my leg was in between. And it didn't actually end up closing all the way, but if it had, we wouldn't be doing the show today. You'd be doing it by yourself.
We'd be doing it from the hospital room.
Or I'd be doing it with a big old cast on my leg. But again, the whole idea being, if I just wanted to sit at home and not get out there, and it's the idea today is our best life is lived on the edge. That's why I love the idea that, well, we named our band a long time ago the Edge of Grace, because we're all called to live at the edge, and then we rely on God's grace to get us through.
Oh, that's great.
But I'm I'm so thankful that I have these experiences that I can still tell about. But I'm so thankful to be able to have a life. Maybe ultimately that's just what I want to share today, is that I'm so thankful for the life that I have because I have stories to tell.
And the message for listeners is not
There's that not.
Go jump into the middle of danger.
What the heck?
Get on a motorcycle and drive 90 miles an hour with your hair on fire. I mean, that's not the point of today, but take a chance. We talk ourselves out of so many things.
Yeah, we do.
And if you're, I know people, if you're kind of stuck in the house and in a routine, get up, go to the mailbox. Get up, go to the mailbox, go to the grocery store, get out of the house, take a chance. If you've been thinking about going to a church, but you're worried about this, worried about that, don't know about this, just go. Take a chance.
It's good.
Will it work out? Probably.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, most likely. It'll be okay. And the worst case scenario is it doesn't work out. Well, you got a story to tell.
Yep. Yeah. And hopefully it's a story that worked out.
Try those latex pants on.
Well, as an example, I've been blessed with the opportunity to go skydiving twice, and those are two stories I love to tell.
You're here.
It
worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. There's always an opportunity. See, eventually,
we're going to go skydiving again. But the last time we went, Tish and I went.
Yeah.
And I went out the wing first, and it's a tandem, so the guy's on your back. Mm-hmm. And he told me, squat down, lean forward, and when I get positioned, I'll pat you on the shoulder. Then you count to 3 and just roll.
Oh, I've never been so happy to have a guy on my back.
Well, during that eternity of standing on the edge of the plane, waiting for him to get positioned, which was probably an entire 2 seconds, but I'm staring straight down at the ground, 5,000 feet below. And this thought went through my head. Well, I'm either going to wake up on the ground or wake up in heaven. Yeah. One or the other. And I rolled. Yep. Take a chance.
Take a chance.
Take a chance.
Roll with it.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yep. I rolled. We did a flip. Did you do a flip?
No.
Where did you go?
Here, Derby.
Yep. Air Capital Drop Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like their logo.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
looks like the AC/DC symbol.
Right. Yeah. Take a chance.
Take a chance.
So whatever that looks like for you,
Go visit your mother. Take a chance.
take a chance.
Get up, go exercise. Take a chance. Do something that has been on your mind, but you've been hesitant to do. Take a chance.
Yeah. You know, one of these days, every single one of us all we're going to be is a memory. So be a good memory.
And if you're listening to this show, I'm overstepping my bounds here. But if you're listening to this show and you have not taken Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, hey, take a chance.
And, you know, if not, you're still taking a chance.
Yeah.
That's the reality on that deal.
And if that is something that's been on your mind, been on your heart, look on the Facebook page or the YouTube channel or the podcast channel. But phone numbers are in there. Reach out. Pastor Mike, be glad to sit down, have a conversation with you, talk with you about your eternal soul.
Absolutely. He took the ultimate chance for us.
Yes.
Let's take a chance for him.
Thank you for your stories today, Pastor Mike.
Well, thanks for letting me take a chance and share today. And thanks for everything you do again on this podcast, all the hard work behind the scenes.
Very welcome.
More and more people I'm having come up and they'll just start talking about it. And then I'm having to remember what we said and make sure that I can join them in that conversation.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in today. Just these guys, we'll catch you next week.
We got Dr. Parker in the house.
We got Pastor Mike.
Have an awesome week.